Welcome back to Salt City Counseling, everybody. My name is Scott. I'm a licensed therapist here in the beautiful state of Utah. Got another video about narcissism today. I know a lot of people like getting more education on narcissism or NPD. Not necessarily my personal favorite topic, but at the same time, I also believe it is important for us to spot these individuals because I really believe there are way more narcissists than we think there are. People fight me on this. That's fine. They're allowed. I just frankly have some expertise in this area. I really believe narcissism is way more pervasive and way more common than most people believe that it is. Narcissistic personality disorder. They have a way of really getting away with a lot in life. We are very, very not good at actually spotting and pinning down narcissistic behavior. We've got a lot of what I believe narcissistic tendencies that are normalized in our culture. For example, victim mentality. To me, victim mentality is very narcissistic. It's that I'm always the victim. I don't ever do anything wrong. People are picking on me and I don't deserve any of this type of mentality. And so based on a fairly recent encounter, I decided to do a video on some really quick ways that I feel like I can pin down narcissistic behavior or someone who has NPD. There's going to be a list of 5 things, really quick things where I had a recent encounter and it was just basically boom, 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 boom. All 5 things on this list were hit, and I believe that I was dealing with someone who was a narcissist. And I have very specific ways, by the way, of dealing with it. It's really effective. It's actually really effective. That's probably a good topic for another video, frankly. So maybe I'll do that one next. So make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, all that stuff. You know what to do if you like my content. You can really help me out and keep this going by hitting the tip jar. All the links are in the description below. Go check out my other channel. It's called Wisdom and Brews. And on Wisdom and Brews, I am basically, it's a kind of more lighthearted channel where I teach wisdom, empowerment, spirituality, and learning to trust yourself, developing your intuition. So go check it out. And subscribe over there too, please, if you would. And like those videos, help me out. Help me grow my channels. Let's get into this, okay? These 5 things. And then maybe I'll, after this, do a video about how I handle this. And I think it's effective. I think I'm very effective in this way, and it's the risk of sounding arrogant, kind of why I'm the clinical director or where I am. It's just like I can handle these guys. I can handle them. I'm not afraid of them, but that's going to be on that list. If you're afraid of them, you're already in trouble. But let's get into this list, okay? The five behaviors, okay? This is what I call the NPD. Behavior checklist. There are other behaviors, but these are some of the most obvious. Okay, number 1, gaslighting. Now, if you're not familiar with gaslighting, most people have heard the term gaslighting. They're not exactly sure what it means. They can't really describe it. They can't really pin it down. They don't know precisely what gaslighting is. So, I do have a video on it. So go check it out. If I had time and I had the diligence and the attention to detail, I would put the link in the description below. So just go to the channel and search for gaslighting. It'll come up. And gaslighting is like basically if I had a glass of water and like psh, and splashed on you and you go, what are you doing? And I go, what do you mean? What am I doing? And then you go, you splash water on me, and I go, oh, is that why you're upset? You're too sensitive, okay? That's gaslighting, okay? I'm deliberately doing something to trouble you or bother you or get under your skin, and then I act like you're the problem. Number 2 is what I call emotional flopping. I described this in my previous video. Narcissists love to come at you emotionally, verbally, aggressive, which is actually something I'll get into more later. But they come at you, and then if you push back or you call them on their behavior, oh, I'm such a victim. Oh, I'm so picked on. Oh, poor me. Okay. And and I had this happen. It was a week ago. I just had this happen. I don't want to get too much into detail with that, but it was just still a very, very telling experience. Okay, number 3, we know this about narcissism, is that they're feigning expertise. Is that they talk like they just know more about this than you do, and you're an idiot for not saying things the way that they do. And I believe it's this. And you know, in the mental health field, a narcissist will come in and say, "You're wrong about the diagnosis." And my this will be in the other video, but my answer is, okay, well, what criteria are you using to diagnose that particular thing? And it starts to crumble, and then I just bury him with more expertise questions. They hate that. Again, I'm not going to get into that. Just wait for the next video. So you're going to want to, if that sounds like a fun list to you, if you want to hear more about that, then, you know, hit the notification bell. You'll see it. It'll come up. Number 4, the never-ending fault finding. They will comb through everything and find the tiniest mistakes. They'll take these teensy tiny little bits of oversight and make it look like, you monster, I can't believe you missed this minute detail. You are a horrible person, right? And again, if you push back and you're like, well, you do that every day. Oh, I'm such a victim, right? And then they, stop being mean to me, I'm such a victim, right? Then they go back to the emotional flopping. Okay, number 5 is verbal aggression. I have to show all the fingers. Number 5 is verbal aggression. And that is that they come at you. They just come at you. I've had them scream at me. Screaming. I had one narcissistic father. He was a police officer. He didn't like one of the approaches that I took in some family work, and he had me on the phone, and he was screaming at me, okay? They are out of line. I'm going to tell you right now, narcissists are not allowed to scream at you. They're not, and I tell them so. You need to stop, and if you do not, I will hang up on you. That's just sort of one way that I kind of handle them. But when they're verbally aggressive, right, and if you call them on it, like, you're kind of out of line, they go, oh, well, you took it that way. Right, then they gaslight you. And if they go back to the emotional flopping. Oh, stop picking on me, right? It's it's unbelievable, these types. It's unbelievable. But my thing is, we have to stop enabling these guys. We have to stop making excuses for them. We have to call them out, and we got to stop feeling sorry for them. We have to stop making excuses for them. I talked about this in another video, and I came across a post on Reddit where some therapists were talking about, we need to stop stigmatizing narcissists. And I'm like, they stigmatize themselves. And they do heinously bad damage in their families and their social systems. And so why aren't you more upset about that? Why aren't you standing up for the kids involved? If you want to hear that video, that's on there too. So that's my 5. Those are the 5 quick things where I go, I smell a narcissist. I smell a narcissist, okay? And that's just my quick behavioral checklist. This is not a diagnostic tool. Do not be like, well, this therapist gave 5 things and I can spot a narcissist now. Don't do that. Okay? All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.